shit. Man, look, man. I did 3 different lives, man. Whole time I never was live. So, once again, Spo Tacos and the Hernandez Govan interview. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Catch me live. Playing GTRP 5M. You know where we at. 6M. Everything, man. Red M. P5. All that, man. Hit that like button, man. Reactions and more. Go get busy.
All right, here we go. Today we have Hernandez Govan, who just was found not guilty by a Memphis jury of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder for the killing of young Dolph. Today he joins us to do his first interview after the case. Hernandez, welcome to Vlad TV.
Appreciate it.
Vlad be waiting outside the courtroom for people too. I ain't gonna lie. Like, how the fuck Vlad be getting all these interviews? And why everybody always want to go to Vlad TV to snitch on themselves? He must be paying good money.
Pleasure for having me.
Well, me and you have actually been talking for a while.
Correct.
And we were supposed to do this interview a while back, but then things kind of went haywire, so
Yeah.
here we are today. So I want to start at the very beginning. Born and raised in Memphis?
Correct.
Now, you got into a lot of trouble over the course of your life.
Yeah.
So over 26 years, you were in and out of jail for various crimes like aggravated assault, drug possession, and so forth.
Yes.
Why are you getting in trouble so much?
You bald and black.
Well, I'm sure you know I grew up in an environment called Orange Mound, home of A-Ball and MJG. So, you know, it's a pretty rough environment, to say it in a nice way. So, you know, growing up, that was all around me. It was all I seen.
What was the longest bid that you did?
5.
For what?
Gun possession and drugs.
Okay, so
5 years.
leading up to the incident, you and Big Joke had a relationship.
Yes. He was an associate of mine. Yes, sir.
You were how old when you met him?
Met Jook when I was around between 22, 25 years of age.
Okay.
I'm just doing the math real quick. If he's 40 or 50, he's 50. 55, that's fine. He did it.
Okay. You guys used to gamble together.
Yeah, that's how we met, gambling.
Okay, and you guys are like almost cousins?
Yeah, his mom married someone years ago. Was in a relationship with someone years ago that I'm very close to. And I'll just say that. And so, you know, we used to, you know.
Shout out to the chat. Look, y'all. Y'all see how you said that, right? These tacos good as hell. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. That man did that. He killed that man.
That's how we became close associates back in the day. Got comfortable with each other, gambling and things like that.
Okay, and Big Jook is the brother of Yo Gotti.
Yes, sir.
Now, what's your relationship with Yo Gotti?
I don't have a relationship with him. I never met him, never did any business with him whatsoever. That's why it was strange to me, all the comments and hoorah on social media.
So, Hernandez Govan never met Yo Gotti. Cap. Look, man, I don't ever trust a bald motherfucker. If your ass is bald with a thumb-shaped head, I ain't finna trust you, nigga.
Accusing me of doing things that was absolutely not true, because I never had any dealings with Yo Gotti whatsoever, period.
Talk to Cap.
Now, what about young Dolph?
Yeah, I know Dolph. I knew Dolph personally, yes, sir.
See? You knew Dolph personally.
We did business years ago before he actually blew up. He was rapping at the time, but he hadn't blown up yet. You know, just being in the streets, selling petty marijuana back and forth. So, yeah, I knew Dolph personally. He was a good dude.
Okay, and you also had a relationship with Daddy O, who's the owner of Paper Route Records.
Correct. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
what's that relationship about?
How crazy.
Just the same. I met Daddy O from, I got a brother named Ziploc from South Memphis. And we used to just sell petty marijuana years ago,
Petty marijuana.
in and out of hotel rooms when we were younger, just doing our thing, just trying to hustle.
Now, you and Dolph, did you ever have a falling out, or did you have a good relationship overall?
Never had a falling out with Dolph. You know, we did a couple transactions years and years ago. We never had a reason to fall out. I'm not a rapper, you know. Dolph was just this one. He had 1 foot in and 1 foot out, and at the beginning of his music career, and so you know, anytime we met up and did business, it was all good. Never had an issue.
Well, at one point, young Dolph and Yo Gotti started getting into it. Do you know the reason why the friction actually started? Because you hear like 20 different stories.
Well, from what I understand, I know Gotti tried to sign him years ago, and you know, for whatever reason, Dolph decided not to. I think Dolph was close friends with Gucci Mane at the time. Gucci and Gotti relationship kind of deteriorated over the years, and I think that just all played a factor, or whatever the case may be. You know, Dolph deciding not to sign and giving his reasons for not wanting to sign the CMG. The story about it being about a
You think that man lying? He looked like a fucking liar. He's bald.
girl or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I heard that also.
Yeah, that's absolutely not true. It was just a potential business deal gone bad, from what I understand.
Well, you have rap beefs where people do diss records against each other, but in this case, it escalated into actual violence. Dolph got shot up in LA at one point, and then he was in a bulletproof car. They got shot up, you know, down south at a later point. So there was just a lot of chaos that that was happening during that time. From your point of view, like, you don't know Gotti, but you're friends with Jook, and you also know Dolph. What did you think about these things escalating in Memphis and
Bang, bang,
all
bang,
over the
bang.
South?
Feel me, guy?
Well, you know, actually, you know, when you sit back and you analyze everything, you know, and just giving my honest opinion on it, and I mean,
What you say again? What you say?
numerous of other people have said what I'm about to say. I don't think you can go find one song where you hear Yo Gotti dissing Dolph. It was more so Dolph every time. Every other song he dropped, he was mentioning Gotti and Jook, and sometimes his family. And so I think they kind of lit the fire to it, escalated it, or whatever the case may be. I do know of a situation, not the name drop, but we got a very well-known, respected NBA player from our city that wanted to see the beef end. He reached out to a well-respected club promoter in Memphis, Tennessee, and asked him to reach out to both parties and try to dead the beef. Well, he reached out to Gotti, and Gotti was all for it. He was open to having a conversation with Dolph, possibly meeting up to put an end to it. When this particular club promoter reached,
So, is he on here lying, saying Yo Gotti reached out to young Dolph to end the beef? What's going on?
out to Dolph, Dolph said, "Fuck no," hung up the phone in his face and blocked him. He didn't want no parts of squashing it, and I'm just being honest about the situation. So, you know, I say that to say that all of this could have been avoided if egos.
All of what could have been avoided? Someone getting killed. See, what y'all don't understand is, bro, that man lying to y'all, man. I see straight through his fucking bald head bullshit. I do.
Wasn't in the way.
I do. So basically, if Young Dolph would have just signed the deal with Yo Gotti, if Young Dolph would have just signed the deal with Young Gotti, he would not have died. That's exactly what I just got from that. That's all I'm gonna say. For me, that's how I look at it, bro. Like, yeah, it's crazy. As hell. That's what I got from it. I don't know what y'all got from it, but you know, that's what I got from it. That boy threatened that boy life. I ain't gonna lie. That boy ain't gonna lie. I said, yeah. Tell y'all, but he's lying, bro.
Well, 2021, a few months prior to the actual shooting, you were actually working with Straight Drop to try to sign him to CMG.
I was.
And some interactions happened at your house. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I was basically trying to put the deal together for Straight Drop. Years prior to that, it's a well-known DJ from Memphis, DJ Lil Larry. He's a friend / associate of mine, reached out to me and wanted me and my brothers to possibly give him the advance money for Moneybagg Yo. We met up at my brother's car lot. We listened to the material. And for whatever reason, my brother decided against it. Look where Moneybagg Yo is at right now.
Yeah.
So we was real bitter about that, you know, so, and shout out to Bag. But, so, you know, when Justin came around, you know, Justin was talented, and we didn't want to miss out on this opportunity, you know. My whole goal was to try to get out the streets and stop, you know, hustling, especially at the age I'm at. And so I reached out to my brother and asked for his assistance, you know, and we started trying to put the deal together. And I reached out to Juke and asked him to come by and check the material out. And that's how it started.
Okay, so Juke is at your house. Is Straight Drop at your house also?
Correct.
Okay, and you guys are talking about potentially a deal with CMG.
Yes. We were basically at my house. Juke was telling us how to promote the music, how to get Justin the type of buzz that was needed to actually sign to the label. Just all music business, you know, just giving us the, you know, the inside and out about how to, you know,
Basically, you can kill somebody to get in this motherfucker.
move this thing forward as fast as we could.
Okay. But then at one point, Cornelia Smith showed up at the house as well.
Correct. Yeah, Cornelia Smith. I met Cornelia Smith through an associate of mine named Bobby Carter. When I was released from prison, I bought a house on my grandmother's street in Orange Mound where I grew up, and I met Cornelia through Bobby. And so on this particular night when we were having the music meeting, it was a knock at the door. And I went to the door and it was Cornelius. And I was under the impression that he just wanted some X bills or whatever like he normally did. So I told him to come back later. I was trying to get a deal signed for Drop. And he was like, no, it's important. So I stepped outside, and that's when he mentioned to me, he was like, man, they ain't trying to do nothing about Dolph trying to kill Gotti. So at that point, I never heard of that incident.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Then, you know, I heard of it. If you reverse it, I done heard of it that way. You know, the attempted hits on Dolph, but at that point, I hadn't heard anything about someone trying to do anything to Gotti.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him that wasn't my business, and I wasn't finna go back in and mention something to Juke that he hadn't said anything to me about. And so I just left it at that. Mm-hmm. And went back in and finished discussing the music. in the actual deal, and that was that on that.
Okay, but that deal didn't actually come together.
It did.
To look
All right, here we go.
I just posted this video 28 minutes ago.
Well, then November 15th, 2021, 2 days before the shooting, Young Dolph comes back to Memphis to do a turkey drive.
As he always does.
Right. Now, leading up to the shooting, the prosecutor said that you were in communication with Straight Drop, with Cornelius, and Big Jook.
Alright, what up, back to the stream, y'all. Look, man, if y'all new to the stream, this apricot head ass motherfucker right here, he been lying, man. He just said that, I don't know, man, look, I'm gonna update y'all. He basically said that Cornelius Smith came up to him talking about somebody trying to kill Young Dolph. Y'all believe this, man? Hey, just want to send much hate. And you would fuck you too, bitch ass nigga. How about that? Thought you was finna come spread hate in my motherfucking city? In my stream, pussy ass fuck nigga, fuck you too.
Correct.
That's why you in the UK.
But you guys were already talking about music stuff anyways.
Yeah. If any communication that I had with Justin was solely about
What's good with it?
That video I just posted,
Yeah,
I think that's better than the other video.
it's gonna be way
I
better.
think that's the
That's gonna be a big hit. Give it time.
music. I mean, of course I'm gonna have communications with him. I'm trying to get him signed,
Yeah.
you know, and
Hey, don't overthink it though. Don't
so
overthink
you
it.
know, and that's dead on that.
Hell yeah.
Well, on November 17th,
Hell nah, nigga.
2021,
Keep fucking dropping. I ain't gonna lie, like right now, bro, I'm busting right now. My eyes is on. I'm just doing reactions. Shout out to the people in the street, man. Look, man. Look. Hit that like button for me. Look, man, I'm watching this dumbhead ass nigga lie, bro. He's lying about the whole case because he beat the case.
Young Dolph goes to his favorite cookie shop, Makeda's Homemade Butter Cookies in Memphis. At that point, two men pull up in a white Mercedes and start to shoot at Young Dolph. Young Dolph gets hit and dies after being shot about 20 times. Now, when this happens, you're actually in jail?
I wasn't.
You were not.
No, I've seen the report and heard that story that you're talking about, but no, I was not incarcerated at that time.
Okay, so you were out.
Yes, I was.
Now, Dolph is someone
Look at
that
that, word.
you know and
Yes.
you had positive interactions with.
Correct.
Whatever Jook got going on with him is none of your business.
No, I'm not a rapper. I'm not CMG. I'm
Yeah.
not an associate of CMG or anything like that. You know, that's grown.
Why would you try to get some signs to CMG? Wouldn't that make you, like, what that word I'm looking for? Let it down and make your ass like somebody who signed rappers to CMG. Fuck, nigga, you lying, boy.
Me in business, I don't get in other people's business.
Boy, you lying, boy.
Okay, so when you heard the news of Dolph getting shot in your city, what did you think?
What did I think? I mean, of course,
You fucking lie, bro.
I thought it was bad for the city. But, you know, when I got to hearing stuff and seeing stuff on social media, where it was being said that it could, you know, other potential suspects, you know, so that's what kind of raised my eyebrows up, so to speak.
Right, because on January 5th, 2022, Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop,
Snitching.
was listed as one of the suspects. A reward for $15,000 was put up for information. And now this news is out that this artist that you're trying to sign to CMG is a suspect in the Young Dolph murder. Now, you and Straight Drop, how long did you guys know each other?
I knew Justin. So I met Justin in probably 2000 and maybe 17, 16.
Okay. So you knew him about 6-7 years.
Yeah, correct. Yes, sir.
So he's doing it for 6-7 years and sit that boy away for life.
Did you know that he has a violent side like that?
Yeah, I knew he
Watch when you wake up.
wasn't an angel. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I never took him to be a killer or anything that would just harm an innocent person, though. You know, I try to avoid those type of people.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm the Pope myself or an angel myself, but you know, I don't associate myself with
Let it do what it do.
with demons or animals and people that just have no heart whatsoever.
That motherfucker lying. Boy, this. That nigga just. Boy, that boy need a Grammy. But that boy need a motherfucking Grammy right now. Hold on.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't an angel. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I never.
That's why you played him and you used him to go kill Young Dolph to sign a contract to blow up with CMG.
Took him to be a killer or anything that would just harm an innocent person, though. You know, I try to avoid those type of people.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm the Pope myself or an angel myself, but you know, I don't associate myself with demons or animals and people that just have no heart whatsoever.
Well,
That's some bullshit, bro.
along with Straight Drop, another suspect, 32-year-old Cornelius Smith, was listed as a suspect as well. This is now two guys that were at your house a couple months prior.
Yeah.
So when you heard that these two guys that you personally know are suspects in the murder of one of the biggest rappers ever in Memphis, did you think that it was mistaken identity, or did you think like, okay, this actually makes some sense?
Well, actually, I know you said I think you said it was posted January 15th or whatever about Justin Straight Drop.
January 5th.
January 5th, he was a suspect. I knew the same day. It was all over social media.
Yeah.
Yeah, moments after Dolph got killed. And so, you know, everyone in Memphis, Tennessee knew about the CMG paper route beef. So after I, you know, made the introduction, the music introduction or whatever, I got out the way. I was still doing what I do in the neighborhood, on the street, you know, as far as selling my marijuana and whatever, you know, my sports betting, whatever it is that I do. So I couldn't babysit the music situation. When I made the music introduction, I got out the way, and I was still doing what I do. So when I heard that same day that Justin could be a suspect, you know, it was alarming because I knew he was in a space where it could possibly be true, you know. So yeah, it was alarming to me and concerning.
Well, there was also a passenger in the car, 27-year-old Shondell Barnett, who was, I guess, driving the car. He also got arrested. Did you know him?
He was driving what car?
Well, the car that I guess shot up young Dolph.
No, that's not true.
Oh, that's not true. It was a different car?
The only two people that was in the car, the white Mercedes, was Cornelius and Justin. Shondell Barnett was, I think, a cousin of Justin. He was caught with Justin in Indiana when Justin was on the run.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Right. He got charged with being an after-the-fact accessory.
Yes, sir. Never met him, never. He could walk past me right now, I wouldn't know who he was.
Yeah, I'm the king when I'm in a ride. I'm the G when I'm in a
asleep. I fell asleep on that.